welcome back to the Walker Family Farm.
So today we are harvesting our pumpkins. We have probably 3 or 4 that are ready for harvest. So Tyler is using just a little handsaw, and he's going to go ahead and trim them up the vine. It's a little tough to see with the grass here, but we're super excited to have these for jack-o'-lanterns this Halloween. So after we cut them off, we're gonna let them cure outside in the sun, and then they will be going in the front porch probably for some decorations. So we are excited about our jack-o'-lanterns. We also have went ahead and cut down everything that was in this box. It was our giant tomato plant. We had a couple cucumber plants that had died off, and then we had let some lettuce go to seed. So we are probably going to pull up the black tarp and till up some of these stumps, get them out of the ground, and then we'll go ahead and plant another round of lettuce for the fall season.
Alright, so I apologize. It is very windy out here today. But I came out today to go ahead and till where we used to have our tomatoes, kale, lettuce, and cucumbers. And so what I'm going to do today is just go ahead, I already tilled it out so it's nice and soft. Soil's really didn't require much tilling at all, and it's already nice and soft because of this the landscape fabric, but or actually it's more like a woven fabric, which I'll share the link below, but it worked really great for us this year. Anywhere that we used it, we didn't have a lot of weeds come through, except for the spots that we had holes or like on the edges.
And this is our biggest pumpkin we've got going here. It has been a busy, hot summer so far this year. So harvesting has been a little tough for us, but we've had a lot of success with our peppers. Obviously, our corn is dying out. So we had some corn and it was delicious. We've got our buckwheat growing again. Had a second round of it. It reseeded itself, and then we've got our black-eyed Susans and Zinnia are pretty much dying out at this point. And then we've got our strawberries are having a little bit of a hard time with all the heat. Here's our cosmos. We only had one of the plants that blossomed, which was a little surprising. The others never did, so probably won't be doing that one again. And then we've got so many carrots this year. So it's been really great. We've got some sweet potato plants in. We do have a deer that's been picking at the plants, so obviously you can see which one she prefers. But we've also been getting lots of cantaloupe as well, so it's been a really successful garden this year, definitely with its challenges, but we're excited for what next year has to come. Our grapevines have also seen a lot of growth so far in the summer. So this one's probably almost about 5 feet tall, and the other one obviously is a couple feet shorter. We do have a secondary vine coming off of here. I'm not quite sure if it's a sucker or not, so I think I might just leave it for now. But no grapes this year, so hopefully next year. But this one has grown a lot too. It's always been a little bit more behind, but they are coming along great.
So unfortunately we had an event with our apple tree. We had it covered for most of the season with a net to help protect the apples and the tree itself from the Japanese beetles, because they'll eat the leaves from the top down, just like turning into skeletons. So I had a net over top of it, and I was cutting grass this past week, and we had tons of apples on it, but I was cutting grass this past week and got a little bit too close, so it sucked the net up, completely took the whole tree and bent it over, and it broke right here up, and completely de-appled the tree in the process. It was just like a big funnel of netting. So after I got it unstuck, it had completely snapped this branch. So what I did is I just like attached it to here to help provide it some stability up, and then just put a lot of electrical tape here to try to help allow it to try to heal itself, kind of provide a tunnel for hopefully moisture so it can still get up to the leaves. And it happened probably 4 or 5 days ago, and looks like we have a couple dead leaves, but there's still a lot of alive leaves, and normally it would die pretty quickly. So I think it's working to some extent, so we'll see how well it's able to repair itself. But no apples from that tree. And then this tree, unfortunately, I think near the beginning of the season I had shown you down here, this trunk had split. It's hard to see it, but right here there's a split that pretty much goes as high up as I can see, with the bark exposed. But this whole part of the tree is pretty much looking dead. This is part of it here, this is part of it here, and so that whole trunk looks like it died. All the apples had fell off, all the leaves fell off. So there's a couple of other sprouts. There's another pretty big trunk right here that looks like it's thriving, but it probably won't, it didn't produce apples this year, so it might next year. So I guess we'll see what happens with that, but looks like we're not going to have any apples this year, unfortunately. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay healthy from the Walker Family Farm.